Subnetting, the horror. We had issues with IPv4. We got it done. We're the masters of IPv4 subnetting. Now we will become the masters of IPv6 subnetting. All right, no big deal. We're going to take an address with a given prefix length or starting point, and we'll have to subnet it into 10 subnets. Once we get inside the lab, I'll explain all this stuff here. You see all these lines and all that, all these numbers. All right. So you'll understand how to subnet. Always turning everything into binary. And remember, these are hexadecimal numbers. Hexadecimal numbers. And remember, I use what? Positions, as I said earlier. All right. I'll see you inside. All right. Welcome everyone to the IPv6 subnetting breakdown. Okay. So now I doubt it if they're going to make you do some very complicated subnetting, if at all, in IPv6, but just in case they do, here we go. All right, we all understand that it's IPv6 is a 128-bit address. Each section or field, whatever you want to call it, is 16 bits long, which this portion of it right here gives us the network prefix of 64 bits. And this portion right here gives us a prefix of 64 bits. And obviously, this is considered your prefix length. How many bits are on. All right. So if you're subnetting, the only one we're dealing with is in this particular section right here, the fourth section. Okay. So we take that forward. We have 1,000. We turn that into binary. Now, each one of these hexadecimal numbers, I call it a position. So the first position, second, third, and fourth. And we turn them into its binary format. And you can see here, all 3 zeros and a 1, all zeros, all zeros, all zeros. Now, we have a starting point of 52. They've given us, this is the address they gave us, and they asked us to subnet. Okay, so what's the need? How many subnets do we need? Well, you need 10 subnets. Okay, so my starting point of each one is 16, 32, 48. Then we got 49, 50, 51, 52, and the blue line says, hey, this is slash, or not slash, but prefix length 52, our starting point. We're counting from left to right. Okay, this is IPv6. I know it's different, but this is the only subnetting you do is with the network prefix. So we need 10 subnets. So 2, 4, 8, not enough. 16, plenty. We draw our new line. Our new prefix would be 56. And we increment by this particular value right here, 1, because those are the hex values, 1, 2, 4, 8. So since our line there, the bit value to the left is our increment as usual. Okay. All right. So we're incrementing by 1 in what position? The second position, meaning this right here. This is the second position, the second 0. We're incrementing by 1. So how does that going to look? Well, if you look here, we always use the original number that was given to us. That's our starting point with the new prefix length. We'll always start by that. But now in the second position is where we're incrementing. And you can see right here by 1. So 1,000. And then you got 1 in the second position is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And that's it for those subnets that we require. Those are the 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. So that's all there's to that. All right. Just to break it down a little bit more. All right. Or to give you a little bit more of an explanation, to drill it into your head, remember, it's the fourth section in the network prefix that you actually do your subnetting in. You see what your starting point is at, and you draw that line. Well, you break this into binary, obviously, and then you put where your line is supposed to be. In this case, this is 52, so we counted 49, 50, 51, 52. Boom, that's your starting point. And then you start counting from that on from left to right, counting for however many subnets you require. And then wherever you stop and you draw your new line, whatever number or wherever you draw your line, the bit value to the left, that's your increment. As in this case, 1 was our increment. Okay? And you will always start with what you were given and then you assign the new prefix to it, and then you start incrementing in the correct position, in this case being position 2. That's all there's to it. Now you have access to this particular handout anyway, so you'll have it, or you can always get the book. The only IP book you'll ever need is on Amazon. It shows you IPv4 and IPv6. That will help you out. That diagram is in there. Okay, that diagram is in there to show you exactly how to subnet. All right, both in IPv4 and IPv6 plus other things. All right, but that's it. That's all there's to it to subnetting in IPv6. I'll see you outside the lab. All right. Subnetting IPv6. What do you need to remember? The fourth section or field is what we use to subnet. You're giving a starting point, which was 52, prefix length. You turn that fourth section into binary. You put its binary, you put all, the 4, 0, 0, 0, 0, whatever, the 4 bits, right? And you count because the first 3 sections were 16, 32, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. That's where you start. That's your starting point. You needed 10 subnets. You count 2, 4, 8, 16. I know it's weird, okay, but we still do the same. All right, 2, 4, 8, 16. You draw your line. That's your new prefix length. What's the bit value to the left? 1. So you increment 1 on position 2. That's where the positions come in, right? And then you say, okay, well, I start with the original number they gave me, which was 1,000, with a new prefix length, and then I'll increment by 1 on the second number, on the second bit value, right? So it's 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And that's it, you're done. It's that simple. It could get complex. They may want other levels of subnetting. Doubtful for CCNA, you're gonna have to do that. All right, doubtful for any other test that you have to do subnetting in IPv6. All right, but if they do throw this basic subnetting in there, that's what it is. That's all it is. Okay, so you'll have access to this. If not, I mentioned it inside the lab. You can always get the book. It's in Amazon. The only IP book you'll ever need. All right, and that will explain. The diagram will be there. The explanations will be there, so you can have it. But I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can upload it. Hopefully, the e-learning site will accept an Excel spreadsheet. If not, I'll take a picture of it. I'll put up a JPEG. All right. Well, that's that. That's subnetting in IPv6. See you in the next.